Blessed be everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to do a spell to help release any feelings of being trapped or bound or stuck, to open the road, crash through that wall, to be able to unbind yourself, to be free. Whether that is an energetic feeling or whether it's, that there's beliefs there that are holding you back, or you just have this belief that something is keeping you stuck, we are going to do a spell to deal with that. Before we dive in though, my name is Sandra. I'm the author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path. If you want to know more about Wicca and witchcraft, tarot, shadow work, magic, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. If you want to know where to start your witchcraft practice but you're just confused by all of the practices, I have a free video called How to Start Your Witchcraft Practice. It'll let you know what are some of the things to begin with and how do you pace yourself along the way. There's a link in the description field below this video, and you can also grab a copy from my website mysterywitchschool.com. So today we're doing a very simple spell. I like simple spells. I'm not into complex spells at all. Maybe you might think that there's a little bit complexity to it because I am working with crystals today and they aren't the cheapest thing to come by, but you don't have to have the crystals. I'm working with a white candle. Now you could work with a candle that is matching the color of your sun sign or your rising sign astrologically, because the candle is going to be representing you. And you're going to have written your name on the candle, which I've done already. I've written my name on the candle. I'm using tourmaline here. It's a beautiful stone to help protect you and to ground you. I have citrine here, which is wonderful for expanding perception. It's great for clarity, as is our amethyst crystal here, which is also wonderful for clarity of mind and also protection of mind. I'm using some road opener oil. If you don't have road opener oil, you can always use ginger. You could roll the candle in some ginger. Ginger is a great spice to use in magic to break through obstacles and to open the road. So just use ginger. And I'm using some Himalayan salt here. I've got some sage and I've got some rosemary. I've also got a petition that has my spell written on it and my little burning bowl here to burn it in. So that's what I'm going to be using today. I'm just going to move that up here. So the first thing is to cleanse and consecrate your space. I'm not going to do that in this video, but just make sure that your space is really positive, it's cleansed and it's consecrated. You can imagine light coming from your heart and expanding out and out and out and out till it expands into the room around you. I use a prayer that we say in the Mystery Witch School when we're starting a ritual or something, that is just to be able to bring that energy into the space and cleanse it without having to do a full-on circle. So I might do that today actually. So make or bring light into my heart, into my hearing light and sight light, to my right light and left light, before me light, behind me light, above me light and below me light, making me one with the light. Then I'm going to anoint the candle. So this is pretty much like a road opener. I'm wanting to open the way. I'm wanting to release myself, free myself sort of thing. And I'm going to move up from the base of the candle to the top of the candle. So moving it up because you're wanting to free that energy that you feel is holding you back. And just see it going all the way up to the tip and out. So you're starting the spell already. The energy is moving out. Breaking free. I'm just going to put that in the candle holder there. So I'm going to prepare this space and cleanse and consecrate and keep safe the space around me by using the herbs and the salt. And the candle is a symbol of me. So I'm going to start with the salt, and I'm going to sprinkle the salt around the candle and the crystals. Now I'm in the southern hemisphere. So when I'm doing a release or a banishing of energy, I'm going to be doing it clockwise. If you're in the northern hemisphere and you're doing a banishing like this is, and you're cleansing the space, you're going to do it anti-clockwise. So it's the reverse of what you do if you're setting up a circle, basically. I release all energies that bind all thoughts and beliefs that confine me. Now I'm going to do the same with the rosemary. I release all energies that bind me, all thoughts and beliefs that confine me. So I'm just sprinkling all of the rosemary around my candle. Going to do the same with the sage. A bit of dried sage here. Herb of sage. Release all energies that bind me, all thoughts and beliefs that confine me. And then it's time to light the candle. And when you're lighting a candle and that candle is representing you, you see yourself standing tall and confident. You could even say something to the effect of, I now stand tall and confident. I am empowered. This candle represents me. And now we're going to bring the crystals into this. So I'm going to start with the tourmaline. Tourmaline, protect and ground me as I fly free from all binds and restrictions. And because I'm wanting to bring in the energy of protection, so I'm not banishing anything now, I'm bringing in energy, I'm actually going to go the opposite way to what I was doing at the beginning. And this sort of sets up a bit of a vortex of energy as well, where you've got energy circling in one direction and energy circling in the other direction, much like you would if you were in circle with a coven, where you've got some coveners walking or running or dancing in one direction and the others in a circle within their circle, dancing in the opposite direction to raise energy. So I'm going to now do it anti-clockwise for the southern hemisphere. If you're in the northern hemisphere, if you're bringing in energy and it's positive energy that you're doing, that will then be clockwise for you. So citrine is next. Citrine, expand my perception so I know that I am free. And then the amethyst. Amethyst for clarity, open the road. And now it's time to feel into the energies of the crystals, the energies of the herbs, as if you are standing amongst them. So I like to close my eyes and imagine that I am now the candle, and I'm standing amongst the tourmaline, I've got the citrine, I've got the amethyst, I've got the herbs of rosemary and sage and salt around me. And I'm feeling any sense of binds or restrictions just breaking away. You could even imagine they're being absorbed by the flame. And this is where you can then start to say the spell. I open the gates, I remove the binds, I break through the walls of constriction. I open the gates, I remove the binds, I break through the walls of constriction. I open the gates, I remove the binds, I break through the walls of constriction. I open the gates, I remove the binds, I break through the walls of constriction. I open the gates, I remove the binds, I break through the walls of constriction. I open the gates, I remove the binds, I break through the walls of constriction. I open the gates, I remove the binds, I break through the walls of constriction. I open the gates, I remove the binds, I break through the walls of constriction. I open the gates, I remove the binds, I break through the walls of constriction. And you can say this over and over and over again for as long as you feel you want to say it. Because the more you say it, the more you should be getting into the feeling of breaking free of those binds, those restrictions, however you imagine them. You could imagine you're the candle standing there and you're just breaking free and everything's shattering around you. You could imagine you're breaking through a membrane of an egg and you're hatching out of the egg. There's all these different ways you can use metaphor and your imagination to help you with this work. You probably deep down inside your subconscious mind have a sort of a vision or a metaphor for the restriction. So use that and use your imagination to imagine yourself breaking free. And then once you've done enough of that, you can just say, I am free, 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 I am free. And you can say that over and over and over again for as long as you feel you need to say it. Once you've felt into that, once you've removed it, it's now, and you've done enough, you feel I am free. It's now time to burn your petition. Now the petition is the spell. So what I was saying, I open the gates, I remove the binds, I break through the walls of constriction, I am free, I am free, I am free, is actually on this piece of paper. And we're going to then burn it. So you're trying to be free, you're trying to send the breaking things away. So you're going to fold it away from yourself as many times as you feel you need to. I like to use tongs when I burn petitions, so I don't burn my fingers. And you just burn the petition as a way of sending it off to the universe. This is your spell. You're mailing it off to the universe. Now you can do this after you've done the chant. You can also do this before you do the chant. There's no right or wrong with when you burn your petition. Some people like to burn the petition and then chant as it's burning. Other people like to chant first, burn the petition and then chant again so that you're getting even more into it. It really depends on what you feel is right for the moment. The whole idea of magic is to go with the feel when you're actually doing the magic. And even if you've got a spell written out there in front of you, you may intuitively feel you want to say something else, or you want to add something, or you want to subtract something from the spell. Go with what you feel when you're doing it, because that's your subconscious mind connecting to what it is that you're doing, and that's your intuition knowing what is actually going to work for you. So after you've done the spell, allow the candle to burn down with all of the sage and the rosemary and everything intact. So if you try to keep it there when the candle burns down, then you can take your candle remains and you can discard them wherever you want. Now, because this is something that is to do with you breaking free, you might want to actually take, if there's any remains of the wax and also the herbs, and maybe put them into a lake, a creek, the ocean, or something like that. Now, I know that you don't want to be polluting the ocean with wax. Hopefully your candle will burn so far down there's hardly any wax, but definitely if you're going to discard of your herbs, then do take them into a living body of water, or bury them, or sprinkle them even on the earth somewhere, so that they're going back to nature and carrying that intention back to nature. And as for the crystals, you could either have them by your bedside, or you can put them in strategic places in your home. If they're only small crystals you're using, you could carry them with you in a little bag. Because these are larger ones, I would keep them maybe in my bedroom for a while. You don't necessarily need to keep them. The job is actually the energy of the grid that they're doing while the candle's burning down. You don't necessarily then need to use the crystals again, and crystals can be recharged for different purposes. And once you're finished with this purpose and you want to do another spell, you can use the crystals again for something different. Breaking free of beliefs, breaking free of restrictions is generally something that's more to do with our beliefs and our perceptions of things. I find that doing a ritual like this helps me in my shadow work. It helps me to begin the shadow work or stimulate more of the letting go that's in shadow work. And that's why I put rituals like this in my shadow work courses. So I've got 2 shadow work courses now. One is the Wheels of Empowerment, working with the chakras, and the other one is the Journey with Hekate. So if you want to take a journey with Hekate into shadow work and identity shifting, to be able to step into the person you know yourself to be, but you haven't been allowing yourself to be because there's that wall or that glass ceiling that you just keep hitting up against no matter what it is that you do. Maybe you feel there's some power or something that's stopping you from stepping into that version of yourself. This journey with Hekate, Reclaim Your True Self, is going to help you push through that. So there's a link to that in the description field below this video. You can also find it on my website, mysterywitchschool.com, under the courses tab. And if you love working with Hekate, you're going to love working with this course. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Sandra, and I'll see you on the next video.